my morning view. It's 5 a.m. I really just turned the camera on because I'm going to pick up my old man now. He's about 20 minutes away from my house, and he asked me, he said, make sure you clean out the Jeep. Guess what I forgot to do?
So Caleb and I switched places because I had wanted him to film something and he can't do that if he's driving, so I'm driving first, and all I wanted to say is, we're really doing it, aren't we, Harry? That was it. That was the word. That was it. We just passed Canaan Valley,
Yeah.
West Virginia, and now we're on a road that said, it said no outlet, right? But we still have how many more minutes?
8 minutes to, we're going to, for those of you who have ever been to Dolly Sods, I have gone twice before. The first time I went through the Red Creek entrance, and it was super cool there. The roads weren't super bad. And then I did the Bear Rocks entrance, where it was much like this the whole time. And we're going in the Blackbird Knob entrance. This Dolly Sods is about 17,400 acres of land that used to be used to test artillery for World War II.
That's crazy.
They would shoot off into the wilderness, and whenever they opened up Dolly Sods as a national park, they sent people through to hike the known trails, and they found about 15 casings, some of which were still live, and they detonated them on site. But when you get to Dolly Sods, every entrance you get to, we'll show it. I'll put a clip in now, but you'll see signs that say if you see bombs, not to touch them and to report them. Yeah, so we're just walking out here, and it's a good thing we left our hang glider in the Jeep, because we would have been sorry. We just came out from there. It's been pretty...
No, we didn't come. We came from there.
We wrapped around. Okay, yeah.
That's the trail that we don't want to take.
I meant that general direction. I didn't realize there was a trail back there.
You're right. We did come around that pine tree.
We came from there. Shut up. We just came from that way, all right? Signs.
And a shoe.
And a shoe.
We're taking this Breathe Mountain Trail.
How could you not be into hiking?
City folk. Caleb just said, how could you not be into hiking? Bunch of what?
Soft-handed weenies. Hydrate or dihydrate. Science.
Is this the Dolly Sods where they used to graze their sheep? So yeah, the name Dolly was the last name of people that owned this land, right?
Sure.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember reading it, and then the Sods
Jonathan Dolly and his wife Mary Sods.
You're an idiot.
how windy it is here. There's like no leaves on the trees.
You gotta see that on the peak. There's trees up there that only grow branches on one side.
Oh yeah, because of the wind.
Yep, it's so strong. Facts. See this? It's about a size 10 mountain lion.
Just reading my compass, listening to my son sing some songs digitally.
Teach me how to navigate.
I have no idea. It's my first time ever using a compass. But
And this isn't one of those fancy ones where the background turns and tells you which way you're going.
I'm not sure that's fancy. I think those are cheap ones.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess so. I don't know.
You know how hard that is to pick that up?
This is what the YouTube survival instructors said to
Okay,
get.
so make that face, like, see that red box? Put that where the red arrow is. That's north. And this is the way we're walking, that way. So we're walking mostly east.
Southeast-ish.
Yes.
It's like, that's like us reading the compass. It's like, this
That's
one tells you where you're going, this one tells you where you are, this one tells you where you were.
We should have filmed that last conversation we had.
Yeah, right.
People would be giving us all kinds of crap.
Let's just let them assume that we're really good at
We
navigating.
totally know what we're doing.
We do now, after that conversation of both of us reading the compass like morons. And then he's like, uh-huh. And I'm like, uh-huh. We're good now. heading southeast.
Southeast.
Sun to our right.
Yep.
Can you hear the creek getting close? We're about to connect to the Red Creek Trail. That's it.
That's water's way down there.
I know, it looked way closer on the map.
Capturing this moment is probably pretty good. See the despair on our faces. So last frames you guys saw maybe the stream, river, and we're supposed to be in a wilderness here, man, and the place was picked clean. There was zero firewood, zero. And so there's probably, we ran into a lot of people too. Everybody's camping there. I guess this time of year, in the fall with the leaves, everybody's here. We thought during the week we wouldn't see anybody. So now we're, what, mile 4, mile 5, carrying 50, 60, 70 pound packs. We're done. We're done. So, yeah, we got to keep going.
Rough day.
Rough day. Who makes this?
Silky.
Big boy. It's the big boy.
It's the Silky Big Boy.
Silky 2360. This saw, I started cutting this already, but and it only goes one direction, so it's not a push-pull, it's only a pull. And this saw,
Which honestly makes a world of a difference. It's way better.
so let's get a real-time cut of this log and why we bought this damn thing.
We're just cutting up some pine right now.
That was 23 pulls to me.
Do another.
Going through a piece, and that's not like all rotted. Like, that's still good. You
Yeah.
know? So Caleb's making us breakfast.
What the? Breakfast skillet.
Breakfast skillet.
So good.
It's my first dehydrated food that I've ever eaten. This is our spot. And we were warm, sort of.
Last night sucked, and that's why we didn't record anything.
Last night sucked because we're supposedly in the wilderness, but there's like 50 million people here. And
everybody wants to see fall.
And every single spot that we came across, there was zero, right, Caleb? Zero firewood. Zero. None. The place is stripped bare. So we had to keep walking and walking. We finally ended up here, and we did find some wood, but it was late, and we were frustrated. But we're good. It's a new day.
We're probably going to record setting up camp and stuff tonight. I'm going to record a lot more today.
Yeah, you need to record more today, cameraman.
Dude, yesterday just sucked. I don't want to record when we're covering twice as many miles as we plan to. Our feet hurt, and he's in a bad mood, and I'm in a bad mood.
I wasn't in a bad mood.
I think we were both kind of in bad moods. As soon as we got to camp, we just wanted to be done.
Yeah, for sure.
But there was
and then we had
4 more hours worth of work.
Right, and then we had to like scrounge the forest for firewood because it didn't exist. And then our stove, the baffle was off. The interior or internal baffle was blocking the smoke, so it was like an exhaust restriction. We were smoking out the tent, burning our eyes. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, it was.
So there it is. Kind of soupy eggs. But it's not bad. Sausage. What else is in here? Onions, potatoes, peppers. It's pretty good though. Instant fire outside. Stove's pretty sweet. Just grabbed the legs of it with my gloves. Dumped all the coals out here. Caleb's eating breakfast on the rock.
If anybody's in the market for some small container of bug spray, I don't recommend this. This top,
he just squirted it in his eye.
This top will spin very easily.
We missed it. I should have filmed that.
How does it look?
It's red. What do you think of this trail, Caleb?
I have trail move to my mouth.
Perfect timing. Dude, this trail is just what the doctor ordered for sore legs from yesterday. It's very level. We're just walking along this kind of mountainside. This is beautiful. I gotta say, Caleb, you know, coming into this was a little intimidating, but these trails are so well marked. It's like you almost can't get lost, and there's a lot of people that come back here. So any of you guys want to trek through Dolly Sods, do it. We saw people, day trip people, you know, no big packs, husband and wife stuff. Pretty cool. What's the name of this trail now, Caleb? Blackbird Knob?
Yeah.
You did good, son, picking the trails. Yeah, a lot of these trails follow stream beds. So, you come back here, you definitely want to have some waterproof boots. This is cool. You good boy, girl.
Yeah, this is Tucker.
Hi, Tucker.
Tucker.
Tucker, we actually found him up here 6 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Hi, Tucker. Hi. You good boy, huh? Valley, we probably did about 7 hours yesterday.
You good
Wow.
boy.
All right, well, you enjoy your day.
You too. It's gorgeous today. All right, let's go.
What'd you find?
I don't know. A big pile of poop. I don't know my poop, but I don't see any horse hoof prints. I'm guessing that's bear.
Well, the best thing to do is to stay right here. Bear print.
We think. I mean, that's pretty deep. There's your dog prints. That looks like a big fat bear to me. Well, we found day 2 camping spot. Man, I wish we would have found this yesterday, because this is an amazing spot. Just setting the tent up now. That's going to be it. 2 nights in this spot. This is our view. Have a royal rumble here in a second. Oh! Caleb! Crayfish are fighting! I'm watching it! No way! No way, they're fighting over the noodles. No way. Oh, he's chasing them. Wait, I'll show you the video. That's awesome. Look, he's chasing him. He's like, get out of here. These noodles are mine.
Dude, they're facing off.
They were locked up. Hands down, biggest crayfish that I have ever seen. Ever. He does look like a lobster. Look at the size of his claws. He's huge. What's he been eating?
Beef stroganoff.
Good morning.
It's way too early.
What?
I said it's way too early.
Oh, it's so nice in here. It's freezing outside now.
Got the stove going.
The stove is awesome. Coffee.
Bless you.
Thank you. Dude, it's hot in here. Oh. I normally would choke it a little bit at this point, but we're trying to boil some coffee. Boil some water, I mean, for coffee.
What's the plan for today?
Well, it's supposed to snow tonight, so plan for today is to get as much firewood as possible, and then we talked about doing a day hike, maybe down the river, and just see what other cool spots there are for the future to come back here. This place is awesome. Like, where we are right now is way better than the first night. I am dying right now.
Yeah, it's hot.
As far as this stove goes, we can boil water on the stove for sure.
It just takes a lot longer, and I'm being impatient, so I want my coffee, and I'm doing it this way. And this thing that Caleb bought, that little valve that sits on top of the can, comes in a container. It's pretty small. So that valve breaks down and sits in this, and then so you have that and this small can of propane or butane. It says blended fuel, so I'm not sure exactly.
Butane.
Butane? It's butane. My morning view. Then there's this guy who snores.
I didn't know I snored.
You snore.
This is a snore, but I thought it was.
It's not bad, but you snore.
Cinematic. Wow.
Yes, we brought coffee creams on our trip. Certain things you just can't do without.
It's way better than powdered cream.
We only got 4 creams left.
What do you have to say to the camera?
Ramen noodles.
Did you find your sitting pad?
Yes.
Nice.
And I burnt my finger.
All right, so we're going for a little day hike.
Yeah,
Since we have a base camp.
Cold.
It's really cold, but we just want to hike and see what's down that stream.
Yep.
It is bitter cold out here.
It really is.
We're gonna be freezing if we don't have that fire tonight. What?
It's Moses' staff.
I was wondering what that pose was.
That pose is, I'm praising God. Why a walking stick is good.
This is all like that. There's nowhere to go here. Why don't we hike the opposite way?
Let's get back on the other side.
Yeah.
There's a lot of firewood here.
Nothing worth dragging all that way. We think we found a path around the swamp.
Let's see if we can maybe cross,
Yeah.
or do we stay on this side?
Stay on this side and let's try to cross.
I want to circle around, but I just want to walk through.
It's cool. I was just thinking about the sound effect I would use if you fell in. Like a little bloop. Where are you leading me?
To infinity and beyond.
I'm getting soaked.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
This way. There's a step off right here, though.
I can't see anything.
Put your stick down. Right there. Right there.
Oh, that's a big... Here's the step off. Whoa! Ah. Into the wild. Except we won't eat berries and die. This is the kind of crap Scanner Danner leads us through. You can't even see them.
We made a mistake.
Took us like 20 minutes. There's not even game trails. Like the deer aren't dumb enough to go through that. This wasn't the greatest idea to hike this way. It was much clearer the other way.
Yeah, so we followed the stream and we got ourselves into a little bit of a, you're chewing again, of a thicket. These boulders are crazy. I was just telling Caleb, if it wasn't so cold, we'd have to worry about snakes maybe. This is really, really neat though. Isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, watch your step, man. This is like twist a knee, twist an ankle. The rocks are real slippery. For these to be exposed like this, I'd imagine maybe the stream runs through here sometimes. What kind of bird is that, Caleb?
An angry one.
Come on. That's like one of the easiest calls to recognize. Look at all these little seedlings. No. 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 Wow. What have we done?
We need to go that way.
Yeah, we're not going through right there, though. What is that? A pot? There's a lid to a pot, a kettle. Maybe the bear brought that lid over here. There's bear poop right there, too. This is ridiculous. You're welcome, Caleb. This is stupid. We need to be back on the other side. There's no rocks to cross. Oh my goodness. This side is awful. Okay. Oh, that was dumb. Hey, let's go in the forest.
I made it.
Yeah.
The tree just took it.
There's a campsite right here. Let's go check it out. Nice.
You go ahead and check it out. I'm staying right here.
I'm coming back down. The only way to get here is from the stream. What am I sitting on your chair? That
I just built this bench.
it's our last night and it's not finished. Somebody else can finish it.
Yes, come on the
It's so nice.
come on the Blackbird Knob Trail. Come finish up this bench I made, all right?
Here, we'll let our guest. We'll let our guest sit here.
You look very casual right now.
Comfortable. Our last night, it went fast, man. I'm a little bit disappointed that it's our last night. Although I'm not disappointed I don't have to eat any more of that dehydrated crap food. I'm done with it, Caleb. Done with it.
You should sit up. You look really weird at this angle. Is that better?
I don't know. So we're not going to film much more tonight. We have a neighbor here. Dexter is his name. And he is a brother in Christ. And we feel like God connected the dots for Caleb and I and Dexter tonight. God is good. He is the maker of the heavens and the earth. And even the rocks will cry out to him in praise if we don't.
This is our new friend Dexter.
Yep.
Taking some photos of camp. There's this puppy making us miss our dogs.
Yeah. Last morning, frost everywhere.
It's crazy. I can't really tell on the camera. You'll probably be able to see, but it's crunchy.
That's where our neighbor slept last night. Dexter. What was his dog's name?
Izzy, I think.
The dog was cool.
That dog was awesome.
We
Yeah,
missed our dog, so we're probably not going to do a whole lot of filming on the way back and talking. We're We're done.
We're ready to go home.
We're ready to go home. I want a burger. I want some real food. That's my
Real food or fast food?
fast food's fine too. It's better than what we've been eating. You know?
Yeah.
Warming up our coffee right now, and we're gonna get out of here. So
As soon as we're out of here, we're getting some food.
nice thing about this stove is empty out the coals. I can do that, pick it up. Maybe we'll show that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Exhaust control, that piece, air control up here, and then you can get a decent amount of wood in there, sure. It has a baffle inside. That's why the pipe's in the front, because the flame's got to go, and the smoke has to go down the tube this way, up, and then back up this way, and then up. They make it without the baffle, where if you don't use the baffle, you put the stovepipe in the back. So you just reverse the body. You can see where, you know, it's not ideal for cooking. You can see how it's like a little flat on the top now, where we were, you know, cooking before. And well, I don't care, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the way the stove operates. Just aesthetically, it doesn't look as pleasing. But we are just about boiling here. Ready for some coffee. Yeah, I just messaged my wife and was thinking of her and this trip, and I just had a thought that I wanted to share with everyone else too, as we're all connected electronically all the time. And it's hard for Caleb and I, because this is what we do for a living. So it's not like we can just put our phones down and, you know, be more in the moment. And I just want to talk to you fathers out there. If you get a chance to do something like this, where you're in an area where there is no service, it forced my hand. I have literally not been connected for 3 days, and what it has shown me in particular, you know, even the television at home, like falling asleep to that. Like, I normally fall asleep watching TV, and I couldn't do that. And you know, you got to go to bed early because there's not much to do. And you know, I just spent the last 3 nights falling asleep praying. It's just been really, really awesome, just connecting, you know, with our Creator. And it's just kind of stirred my heart a bit in areas in my life that, you know, could use some improvement. I'm just grateful for the time that I've had with Caleb behind the camera, as usual. And I just want to make that commitment publicly that, you know, I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn the electronics off at night, spend time in prayer with my wife, and just get a better sense of direction for what God wants from me. And you know, we're going to bring you guys along too. So we really glad you watched this far. If you have any other final thoughts you want to say, Caleb?
I want to say,
Yeah, give me the camera.
I get camera shot. I'm never on camera. I don't know. I just wanted to say that there's something special about being able to be in creation and see it as God's creation. And I just can't imagine being in a place like this and not attributing it all to His handiwork and just how beautiful it is to be out here. And it just makes me connect with my Creator, and it's incredible. I was just sitting right over there while you were napping yesterday, and just sitting and praying and just meditating on Scripture and on the Word. And it's just awesome to be able to get out there and do this. And it's been nice to be able to be drawn back into just Him and just His presence.
It's hard for me to pray, Caleb, when I know of God's sovereignty. You know, I know He's in control of all things, like all the time. So sometimes I forgo praying because I know He's got it. I know He's got things under control, and I feel like I've lost that closeness because I don't.
And I think the main thing about prayer is our prayer isn't for us to ask for things or to know things or whatever, but the purpose of our prayer is to seek God's will, which is above all things. Ephesians chapter 1 says everything is according to the counsel of God's will, and the purpose of our prayer is to affect our hearts to desire His will That's why it's important to pray without ceasing, so you're constantly walking the path that He's desired for you and seeking His will and His kingdom and His desires, and your desires are last. And so when you're sitting and praying, you know, a lot of times our prayers can be, oh, I need this, I need that. And pray for those things last. And if you commit to praying for those things last, you probably won't even be praying for those things.
Yeah, good.
You know?
Good word, Caleb.
It doesn't really have to do with camping, but that's just what's on my heart.
Great trip.
Awesome trip.
Great trip. How about a hug? How about that hug? Wait. How about a hug?
How about a hug?
Alright, how do I turn this off? I don't think I've ever had a hike out that I've enjoyed more.
Me either. Normally the hike out sucks.
This is our trail up from the valley. We haven't made it very far. We stopped like 3 times. Adjust the pack, take a leak, drink some water, strip some gear because it's freaking hot now.
Yeah, it's super hot
It's not
now.
hot. There's still frost on the ground. But, I mean, just the view, we just take it back by it. We've been here, this is our 4th day, and we can't get enough.
It's beautiful
This
here.
place is amazing.
Dolly Sods, West Virginia,
Yeah,
baby.
man.
Mountain Mama.
Absolutely. Highly recommended.